So, what are antioxidants? This is a really important aspect of functional testing, and it's also common in daily life, but people don't fully realize how and why we talk about antioxidants. So, for example, whenever anybody says to you, you should eat 5 a day, eat your fruit and vegetables, that's all good and well, but they don't explain why. And so that's a bit of what I'm going to do today, is look at why we need to eat at least 5 a day, what antioxidants are, and how they benefit our body. Because this is a really pivotal role. If you've done the metabolic food test, so it's a test, a urine sample that you would give if you wanted to know whether you're getting the right nutrients in your diet for all of your body functions to work. And the very first section of that report that comes back is the way they measure antioxidants or oxidative stress in the body. So what does it mean? Well, oxidative stress is what happens to the body just by virtue of the fact that we need to breathe in oxygen. Because oxygen, as well as being vital for life, is also really quite harmful. If you think about an apple, when you bite into it, and people say the air gets to it and makes it go brown, that air is the oxygen. And the oxygen makes it go brown due to a process called oxidative stress. So the apple begins nice and juicy, there's lots of moisture, it's plump, it's crisp, it's white inside. And the more oxygen gets to it, the more it goes brown and dries up and gets quite crinkly. And so when you see that happening to an apple over a period of minutes or an hour or two, that's what happens to our body over our lifetime. And you can think about it like the difference between a child's skin or a baby's skin, which is plump and bouncy, and babies dribble a lot. There's a lot of moisture there, compared with an elderly person whose skin is likely to be quite dry. Their mouth is often dry, their eyes are dry. And that's because as we age, we lose moisture from our skin. That's the process of aging or of oxidative stress. And so if we've got this process going on in our body, the question is, can we do something to slow it down? Can we slow down the aging process? So if aging is oxidation, we need antioxidants to help slow it down. And that's what's present in our fruit and vegetables that we eat, providing we eat food that is of a good enough quality to give us the nutrients that we need. And that's what's measured in the metabolic test. And so what happens with these antioxidants when we eat them is the food breaks down. So, fruit and vegetables, as I say, contain antioxidants. That breaks down. The antioxidants are molecules with an odd number there's an odd number of molecules. And that latches on to something called free radicals, which also have an odd number. Now, the free radicals are produced by the cells after the cells in your body have used up the oxygen. They are produced in other ways as well, but this is a simple way of thinking about it. It's like the exhaust from the cell. It's the cell breathes in the oxygen and then it gets rid of what it doesn't need after it's converted the oxygen into energy. And so once the cell's converted it into energy and it's grown or it's done whatever that cell needs to do, then the exhaust comes out of it and somehow needs to get out of our body. And that is where our detoxification organs and detoxification pathways come in, because we need the organs to filter the rubbish out of our body. So that's going to be organs like the liver and the kidneys. They're excellent filters. And then we need enough fluid in our body to flush the system out. But we also need enough antioxidants to latch onto the free radicals, get into the fluid, and flush out of the system. So there's lots of different stages involved in detoxifying our body just from breathing. And that doesn't even include detoxifying from food that we eat, or viruses that we inhale, or bacteria that we touch and then lick off our fingers. There's always toxins coming into our body, which means that our immune system needs to be really strong at recognizing, yes, I need that molecule. No, I don't need that one. And knowing what to keep and what to flush out of. Like with athletes, if you think about World's Strongest Man, which I always watch, and I love watching elite athletes, but if you look at their faces, quite often you'll see that they've got very leathery skin. It's quite dry. And even when they're in their 20s, they look like they might be about 40. That is oxidative stress, because they're doing aerobic sports. They're super fit, super active, but they're not detoxifying properly from that oxidative stress. And as if that wasn't enough, we have hormones. And our hormonal balance changes all the time, doesn't it? Especially for women. And that's because sometimes we need more of one hormone than another. So cortisol is our stress hormone. We need it when we're in danger, and then we need to flush it out. And when we lower our cortisol, then other hormones like reproductive hormones increase. So there's constantly an ebb and flow of hormones in our body. And it's our liver's job to balance that. And again, that means we need a good, healthy detoxification process to keep the hormones flushing through our body as well. So the way we support that is with a diet that's rich in antioxidants, and that supports detoxification organs such as the liver, the detoxification pathways like your lymphatic system, and it also brings in nutrients from fresh fruit and vegetables to help keep your body nutritious. That's wrong, isn't it? Because you're not going to eat your body. It keeps your body healthy. You know, what can I say? This is what oxidative stress is all about, and why we need a diet that's rich in antioxidants to combat the impact of oxygen. Can't live without it, but too much of it. Okay, so if you want to stay young and beautiful, then eat your antioxidants. And if you can't go shopping all the time and you don't want to be cooking all the time, then there is a quick solution to that that I offer in my clinic, but you can order it online. And that is encapsulated fruit, vegetables and berries. So if you can't do all your cooking and your shopping, at least you can have it in a capsule every day.